Hello dear students, welcome back all of you to the physics online class. So today we are going to learn the concept of the velocity, and in the previous video we learnt what is the velocity, but the further things, what is the meaning of the uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, average velocity and the instantaneous velocity, all the points we are discussing today, right? And in the previous class we discussed about the differences between the what is the speed and the velocity. There you came to know the different points which are related respective to the speed and the velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity which has only magnitude, no direction. Speed is always positive. Speed is a greater or equal to the velocity. And here in the velocity we noted that the velocity of the body is given by the rate of change of its displacement, isn't it? So velocity is equal to the displacement divided by time taken by the body. And next, the velocity has particular direction. So one word you can also give, the speed with a particular direction is also called as the velocity. I can say that also, because speed already having the magnitude. If the magnitude value is changing in a particular direction, that gives the what? That gives the velocity, right? And next we studied that the velocity is a vector quantity and it may be positive, negative or sometimes a zero also, isn't it? And it is always less or sometime it may be equal to the speed. So these were the differences between the speed and the velocity. Yes, dear students, today let us talk about what is the meaning of the uniform velocity. How can you define the uniform velocity? It is just similar like a speed only. Uniform speed means what? Equal distances covered in the equal interval of the time, isn't it? Similarly here also, if the body covers equal displacement in the equal interval of the time, that gives the uniform velocity. Okay. So what is the uniform velocity? Uniform velocity is given by the ratio of the, or you can also say that it is equal displacement covered divided by equal displacement covered divided by the equal interval of the time or equal time interval. So that is what the uniform velocity. Here equal displacement will be covered in the equal time. So both are equal means it gives me the uniformity. So the velocity is uniform velocity. Then what is the non-uniform? Non-uniform means what? There should be either change in the displacement or change in the time taken by the body. Yes. So non-uniform means non-uniform velocity can be given as equal displacement covered in unequal time. This also called non-uniform. Maybe the displacement covered by the body is equal, but what time is taken to complete that displacement, that may be changed. Or it can also be given as unequal displacement covered in the equal interval of time, So here also what happened? Maybe the displacement covered is unequal, but the time taken will be equal. Or sometime you may also have that both will be unequal only. So both are changing, various only, means that gives us the non-uniform velocity, because there is no constant between the displacement and the velocity, isn't it? Okay. So then let us see the non-uniform velocity needs us to study the average velocity, Because so it is giving that sometimes the bodies may cover more velocity, sometimes the object may have the less velocity. ಈ ನಾನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಟಿ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೈತ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಇನ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನನಗೇನು ಬೇಕು, ಆ ಒಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ದು ಎವರೇಜ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಎವರೇಜ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದ ಎವರೇಜ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. ರೈಟ್, ದೆನ್ how to define the average velocity? So average velocity can be defined as average velocity of the body can be defined as it is equal to the total displacement covered divided by total time taken. Yes, in a 1 hour, let us assume the body covered a velocity of 30 meter per second. In the next hour, it covers a displacement of the velocity of 25 meter per second. Then next hour, it may cover 40 meter per second. Like this, for every hour, if the velocity of the body changes, then we need to find what is the total, that is average velocity of the vehicle. Isn't it? ಸೊ ಒಂದನೇ ತಾಸೊಳಗೆ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದನೇ ಅವರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಂದು 2 ಮೀಟರ್ ಹೋಗ್ಯದ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅದರ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಎವರೇಜ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಜಮಖಂಡಿ ಟು ಬಿಜಾಪುರ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ Jamkhandi to Vijaypur or Bijapur. So in the first hour or in the first minute I can take, ಒಂದನೇ ಮಿನಿಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯದಪ್ಪ ಗಾಡಿ ನಮಗಿಲ್ರಿ, ದಟ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಎ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ 2 meter. And in the next minute what it made, next minute it covered a distance of the 3 meter, or else I can take it is a 1.5 meter. Then again if the time increased 5 minute ಬಂತಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಪ್ಪಿ, 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಬರೇ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯದ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯ್ತನ್ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಕತ್ತದ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್. ಎಸ್, ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, isn't it? Because the shortest distance only we are considering as the displacement. So when you take the average of these two, then I want to find what is the average time, what is the average displacement. Then what I will do now, I will go on adding all the time taken here and I will go on adding the displacement, total displacement covered. So when you take the ratio of these two, the total displacement by total time taken, it gives me the average velocity of the traveling body. Am I right? So then for this I can use a formula also. Let us take again the same 2 points here. One is the starting point and another one is the destiny, right? So here I take x1 is the position or the displacement at a time interval. I can use here a t1 and t1 means the time is 0 and x2 is the displacement when a time is equal to t second. So if you want to write the average velocity in terms of the displacement and the time, I can write here that t2 is equal to, I can consider here t, then the average velocity can be given as, average velocity can be given by x2 minus x1 upon t2 minus t1. Like this formula I can use to represent the average velocity of the body. Am I right? So here x2 is the position, that is the final position, final displacement of the body. x1 is the initial and t2 similarly with respect to that the time also can be taken. Am I right? So and finally how to write the formula of the velocity. the velocity can be given as velocity V can be given as displacement, or I can write here change in the displacement with respect to the change in the time. Yes, and compulsorily velocity can be denoted with the arrow mark, that means it is a vector quantity. Here delta x can be taken as delta x is equal to the change in the displacement. Change in the displacement means what? What was the initial and what is the final displacement of the body? If you take the difference between them, that gives us the change in the displacement. Similarly, here the change in the time we are considering. Yes, and this we can also as I told, now it is taken as average velocity of the body. Am I right? Yes. And see dear students, let us move to the next definition, that is instantaneous velocity. Yes, what the instantaneous velocity gives. ಈಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಿರಪ್ಪಿ ಎರಡು ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್, ಸೊ ಎರಡು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎವರೇಜ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಪ್ಪ? ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟಿಗೂ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ what is the velocity of the body can be given with the help of the instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity means simply I can say that the velocity of an object at a given small interval of the time or at a given instant of the time. Even time ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು. So actually see here 1 minute to 2 minutes. Yes, so there is a 1 minute difference is there, but you want to find 1.1 minute ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 1 minute 1 second ಆದ್ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಐತಿ ಅಂತ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕ್ರಿ? ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್. So the instantaneous velocity can also be defined as it is the limit of delta t tends to 0. It is the limit of delta t tends to 0 of an average velocity. ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಎವರೇಜ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಬಂದೈತಲ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಈ ಎವರೇಜ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು 0 ಅನ್ನುವ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರುವಂತ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. Okay, so it is the, so you can give like this: instantaneous velocity of an object is the average velocity of an object as delta t tends to 0. As the delta t tends to 0. Therefore, I can represent the instantaneous velocity like this: V in. That means V means velocity. Which velocity? Instantaneous velocity, that is given as limit delta t tends to 0. That is for the average velocity. And from the last formula you know that average velocity means, still I can simplify this as delta t tends to 0, that is a delta x upon delta t. Remember, and this again we can change into the instantaneous velocity, that is equal to dx upon dt. This is can be written for the instantaneous velocity of an object. I hope you understood. See, by this formula you can say that the instantaneous velocity of an object is equal to the limit of the average velocity at that instant. Limit of average velocity at that instant. Right? And see dear students, whatever may be the velocity, it may be uniform, non-uniform, average, instantaneous. What is the SI unit for the velocity? Meter per second is the SI unit for the velocity. And we also discussed in the unit 2, that is the units and the measurement, what is the dimensional formula for the velocity. So we wrote that dimensional formula of the velocity can be given as, how will you write? Dimensional formula of velocity is equal to, you can write L t raised to minus 1, or else you can also write m raised to 0, L raised to 1, t raised to minus 1. So this or this both are considered to be the dimensional formula of the velocity, whatever may be the velocity. Okay, I hope you understood the point of the velocity here, right? Then shall we move to the next? Okay, so then the next point to be discussed here is acceleration. See dear students, in the beginning the position of the object is changed with respect to the time. Then that only when the object changes its position, we taken that as the total path covered or the distance travelled by the body. Then if the distance travelled by the body is changing with respect to the time, we obtained the quantity called speed. And if the speed is changing in a particular direction, we obtained the quantity of velocity, isn't it? Then next the question comes in our mind, if the velocity changes with respect to the time, what is the quantity going to be obtained? Yes, for your question we have the answer, that is acceleration. Which quantity is obtained here? Acceleration. Then let me explain you what is acceleration. Acceleration means simple, you can say the rate of change of velocity of an object is called the acceleration. ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನೇ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿ? ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್. ಅದನ್ನೇ ವೇಗೋತ್ಕರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಎಸ್, acceleration is what? The rate of change of velocity of an object, that is the acceleration. Or you can also define that, well, acceleration of an object is the ratio of velocity of an object to the time taken. Velocity of an object to the time taken. And the acceleration of the body can be represented by a letter called small a. Right, in the expression if you are using small a, what does it indicate? Acceleration of the body. Okay, so then the acceleration a can be given as, so either by, you can write the change in velocity upon the time taken, right? Or simply you can also say it is the ratio of the velocity to the time taken, or the rate of change of velocity of an object is called the acceleration. Okay, and remember dear student, the acceleration we are defining with respect to the velocity and the time. You know that already the velocity is a which quantity? It is a vector quantity. Then, so is it right? No, the acceleration is also which quantity? Vector quantity. So the acceleration can be given like this. It is equal to velocity divided by time, right? And here also we define the different accelerations. What are those? Uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, and the average acceleration, and especially instantaneous acceleration. See, when the points start, speed, velocity and acceleration, here all the points need to be discussed only. Okay? Yes. Then let us talk first about what is the meaning of the uniform acceleration. We are talking about the acceleration. Yes, and here it can be given as the uniform acceleration. So uniform means it is also same. Once you came to know about the uniform speed, then just terms only going to be changed. Okay. So, here what you will get? It will be the uniform acceleration means that is equal to the uniform acceleration is equal to the, it is a ratio of equal velocity covered by an object in the equal interval of the time. Yes, speed means equal distance by time. Uniform velocity means equal displacement by equal time, and uniform acceleration means what? Equal velocity covered in a equal interval of the time. Then similarly, non-uniform acceleration means it might be equal velocity covered divided by equal time. ಹಿಂಗೂ ತಗೋಬೋದಲ್ರಿ, ನಾನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ಅನ್ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೇನು ತಗೋಬೋದ್ರಪ್ಪ? ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೇಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ unequal velocity in the equal time interval. That also we can consider, right? So then here, if you want to talk about the average acceleration, actually we are not defining usually the average acceleration. So, but also the average acceleration you are taking means that gives the total velocity divided by the total time taken, right? So, that is a total velocity by total time. That is nothing but average acceleration can be also given as, so I can write here V2 minus V1 upon T2 minus T1. It is just like a average velocity. There I have written x2 minus x1 upon T2 minus T1 because velocity is explained by displacement. But here acceleration we are talking means the acceleration, the average acceleration is defined by the change in the velocity with respect to the time here. So, therefore, if you take V1, V1 is the velocity at the time T1. V2 is the velocity at the time T2. Therefore, the average acceleration can be given by this formula only. Okay. So, I hope you are understanding the point. Then moving to the last point of the acceleration, that is instantaneous acceleration. See dear students, in these definitions up to now whatever we discussed, in that at least repeatedly instantaneous velocity and acceleration may be asked, and even in the annual once it is asked also. So whatever definition I am giving here, you just have to practice them, right? So the instantaneous, it is also same like a velocity. Instantaneous acceleration can be given as, instantaneous acceleration can be given as, it is the limit of average acceleration as the time interval delta t tends to 0. What is the instantaneous acceleration? So, one side you can say that the acceleration produced in the body at a given instant. See, every time in our day-to-day life you are using the vehicle, you say that I am accelerating my vehicle, isn't it? Accelerating means what? You are changing the velocity of that vehicle with respect to the time there, isn't it? So, instantaneous means at a particular instant what is the acceleration of the body produced, that can be given, right? So, the instantaneous acceleration means you can say that the simple word, the acceleration produced in a body at a given instant. So, this is one side. In the another side, if you want to define that with respect to the average acceleration, it is given that the limit of, it is the limit of average acceleration as the small time interval delta t tends to 0. Therefore, here again I can write the average acceleration. Average acceleration means from the last point we came to know that is equal to delta v by delta t, because the change in the velocity in the change in the time means you can also write that as a delta v by delta t. Delta means, remember dear student, delta or d means it is showing the change in that quantity. Delta or the d means it is a change in that quantity, right. So, the average acceleration delta v by delta t is taken here. Then if you want to define the instantaneous acceleration, then you need to apply the limit as the delta t tends to 0 here, and if the delta t tends to 0, then it is applied to the average acceleration, that is nothing but limit of delta t tends to 0, that is a delta v by delta t, delta v by delta t. Then I can simplify that as, that is instantaneous acceleration is equal to dv by dt. This is my final expression for the instantaneous acceleration, right. So, I hope you understood all the points, and see dear students, here also same, whether the acceleration uniform, non-uniform, average or the instantaneous. What is the SI unit for the acceleration? So, see here, already we know the SI unit of the velocity is meter per second, and this is upon what? The again time is there, it is a second. Meter per second and second means what it comes? Meter per second square is the SI unit of the acceleration. And the acceleration is also which quantity? It is a vector quantity. Okay? And the dimensional formula for the acceleration can be given as, dimensional formula of acceleration is equal to, that is m l t raised to minus 2, m l t raised to, but here m will be having what? 0 here, yes. So, or else you can also mention here l raised to 1. So, simply you can also take this as l t raised to minus 2 also. ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಡಪ್ಪ m raised to 0 ಐತ್ರಿ, ಅದು 1 ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬರೀದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರು ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೆದ್ರೂ ಸಾಕು. So, this indicates the dimensional formula of the acceleration. Okay? Yes. See dear students, today we discussed the point of the uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, average velocity, instantaneous velocity, and the SI unit, and next the dimensional formula, and the respective formula for the instantaneous and average velocity. Then next we move to the point how the, if the velocity is changing, how the quantity can be obtained. The new quantity obtained is acceleration of the body, right, and that acceleration can be given as the change in the velocity with respect to the time, or the time rate of change of the velocity can be given as acceleration, and it is represented by a letter called small a, and the SI unit of that is meter per second square. Acceleration is also a vector quantity, and similarly if the equal velocity covered in equal time or unequal velocity in unequal time, respectively we defined uniform, non-uniform, average acceleration, and finally we discussed about the instantaneous acceleration and its formula. Yes, I hope you understood all the points which I covered today. If any questions, you can ask me. Thank you for watching the video.